Hey guys, welcome to the weekly tarot forecast for the numinous week beginning October the 7th. I'm Lindsay Mack, and the card that I've pulled for us today is the Wheel of Fortune. Oh boy, what a complex card. Arguably, I would say the most complex, probably in the whole tarot. In practice, very simple. In theory, kind of complex, so I'll do my best today. The Wheel of Fortune is an invitation from divine, from source, from your guides, from your higher self, to be more exquisitely present in your life than you've ever been before. I'm talking present, not like with thoughts, with emotions. That's fine and all well and good. Physically present. This is a chop wood, carry water card. Really, it is. If you have to go to the dentist, make an appointment and go. If you're stretching yourself really thin, make changes. If you need to bow out of something, if you need to break an engagement, an appointment, a commitment, if you have something to say, if you have something to do, that wobbly light fixture, all of this is stuff to do in Wheel of Fortune. But if you've got something heavy on your, heavy around your body, heavy in your mind, heavy on your heart, you want to address it. And if you have things to do around you, you want to take care of them. This is what we do in the Wheel of Fortune. Why? The Wheel of Fortune is a marriage between free will and fate. It is the absolute synthesis of our co-creation of our life with God. That's what the Wheel of Fortune is. Our ability and our willingness to be present in the mundane details of our day-to-day existence completely and totally influences how expansive, how high frequency, how magnificent, and how brilliant our life becomes. And essentially what we're basically saying in this card is that we build the foundation for our future based on our decisions in the moment. So we tend, no matter how, spiritually minded or committed we might be, to live a little bit in the future. We're manifesting a lot, we're wishing a lot, we're, really focused on, in general, like what we want to release, what we want to call in. This asks us to just, again, chop wood, carry water. Do your dishes, go to the doctor, take care of your plants, take care of your house animals, be present with your partner, make changes, hard changes if you need to. Just take care of yourself. Do the hard, dirty work. Stay completely out of the future. This card doesn't work. It won't work if you're in the future. Not at all. The point is to be completely present. The other reason why, and this is kind of an exciting thing about this card, is that of course when we get it, this card means that we're changing. It means that something's happening. The wheel is turning. Our job is to stay the fuck, excuse my language, but to stay the fuck out of the future and the story and where we want to go and what we think it looks like. You make no plans in this card. You make no promises in this card. You are building. You are influencing the turn on this wheel by your ability to be present. Because as Byron Katie says, who is a magnificent author, if you don't know her, there are three kinds of business. Our business, everyone else's, and God's. God's business is the weather, the traffic. We can't control that. So we're staying out of God's business in this card. We're co-creating. All that we can do is take care of ourselves in the moment. That is the best way that we can build the future of our dreams, even if it doesn't look related to where we want to go. And this is my next thing and my final thing. I promise that this card seems so spectacular. It's not. It's not. It doesn't feel like anything. It doesn't feel anxious or epic or intense or intuitively connected. And that's because life is magnificent, but largely very mundane. There are these quiet, seemingly unconnected moments in our lives all the time that we look back on and think, wow, I was really awake for that moment, or I was really asleep for that moment, and that moment really mattered. Co-create your life. Focus on that this week. How do you want to feel? How much control are you willing to let go of by virtue of taking responsibility for yourself? How much can you offer? How much can you give over? Get really simple this week. There's nothing else for me to really say. The Wheel of Fortune is really its own animal. It's very special. It means that something is coming. You want to be ready for that. So that means you have to take care of your business in this moment. You have to get down to the real, spectacular, magical, mundane in order to do that. So focus on what's on your plate in your business. Don't worry about anyone else. Don't worry about the big picture. Very often what we do presently has very little to do with where we're being led, where the wheel is taking us. The more we focus on the present, the more we will be prepared internally and externally to meet that wonderful new destination. And that's what we got this week. Pretty exciting. Like I said, it's not going to look like much. In a couple weeks, in another week, in a couple months, you'll see the fruits of your labor for this. Even after this week is over, keep this card in your heart. It's very, very special. And I hope it meets you well. I will see you next week, and take care.